Have yourself a merry self-care Christmas. That should be first. You should be first on your list. Help us to understand how we can do this. Health coach and pharmacist Mishka Christie. Good morning, Mishka.
Hi, good morning. How are you this morning?
I'm very well. Welcome to Smile Jamaica. It's good to have you.
Thank you. It's nice to be here.
Lots of people looking to self-care at this time of year. Not really, don't it?
No, not really, because I'm busy with the family, cooking for this person, getting ready for that visitor. So self-care is now really pushed to the back burner for this season, honestly.
Yeah. So we want to help people to focus on themselves and to put themselves first, because the truth is that if you're not taking care of yourself, you're of no use to anybody else this season, right? Whether Christmas or beyond.
Whether whatever season, once you are not fortifying yourself, you're not going to be any use to anybody else. So it's best to look to yourself to make sure everything good inside in your own being before you can, give to anybody else. And this is the season of giving, so you need to make sure yourself sort of.
Correct. Okay, so we have three phases. We have the beginning, the plan, and the action. So let's start at the beginning, which is understanding what self-care really and truly looks like. Talk to us about that.
All right, so first of all, you have to understand what self-care is. What a lot of people think self-care involves is just, the run-of-the-mill, okay, you're going to the spa, let me get a massage, let me get a pedicure. That's what they think about self-care, like it's this big thing that, you have to go somewhere specifically to do. But this now can cause people to be like, I don't have time to self-care, I don't have time to do this, I don't have time to do that. But once you understand that self-care is just any activity that you do on purpose for self-fortification and to bring yourself closer to holistic health, once you realize that, then you understand that you can do self-care at any time, at any time, any little moment you have that you can squeeze it in, you can squeeze in some self-care. So it can look like little things like just intuitively eating around the holidays, so not eating way more than you need to, or even just setting boundaries with certain family members. You have them family member that we need to kind of set some boundaries with. That those things can also be self-care.
Okay, so it's holistic, it's physical, it's mental, emotional, social, it's spiritual. So we're going to move to the plan now. You say we should do our research and schedule and incorporate self-care time as much as possible. Talk us through those 2 points, please.
Those 2 points now, all right. Doing your research, this involves looking up on different activities that would be suitable to you. So after you evaluate yourself in the beginning, you realize that, all right, I might need self-care. Well, I do need self-care. Everyone needs self-care. You look at what aspect needs it most, or needs to be the highest priority right now, whether you're physical, mental, or emotional, or the other ones. Then you do research on activities that can fortify you in those aspects. So you research on probably jogging. How does jogging work? How can I start jogging if you need physical help? When you look at spiritual help, now you can say, all right, what are some spiritual advisors in my area? Doing your research just to see what you can do. Also, when you look at scheduling and incorporating self-care time as much as possible, this is where you realize that I need to squeeze in self-care, especially if you realize you're really busy around this holiday period. So you're cooking, you're decorating, you're cleaning up the yard. You have to realize that, all right, I need some self-care. So when you look at the simple activities now, you can squeeze them in. So probably just, while you're brushing your teeth, just run through a list of things that you're grateful for, or just some affirmations in your head. Or, whenever you probably feel a bit overwhelmed around all your family, you can go outside and take a little walk, or take a little walk around the community and come back.
Yeah. Yeah, the little things can do big things, right?
Trust me, yes.
All right,
yes.
And then the action now, which is very important. We start with reducing triggers to a minimum. And when we're talking about triggers, Mishka, what are we talking about?
So when we're talking about triggers now, we're talking about any stimuli or anything that can prevent that self-care activity. So if it is that you wanted to probably sleep a bit more, so you can wake up early and be with your kids on Christmas morning. You want to be putting away the phone while going to bed. You want to be turning off the TV, those things that can prevent you from going to bed earlier. Or for different activities, look for the things that might prevent that activity. If you realize that you're prioritizing your mental self-care and you have that one family member that every time they come they disrupt that mental state. So So while you're trying to practice your mental self-care now, that family member is going to be the deterrent or the trigger or just the preventative needs for you getting that mental self-care done. So you might need to
Walk
avoid
wide.
being too close.
Walk
Walk
wide.
wide,
Walk
exactly.
wide.
Yes.
Document your progress and successes. So this is where we start to journal and
Journal,
yeah,
write down. Some people even use voice notes. Some people, because like the notes feature on I know Samsung and Apple, they have voice notes. So you can just put down voice notes. Be like, I wanted to eat less on Christmas Eve. I did. I wanted to drink less. I did. So you can set certain goals along the way. So you want to have probably 2 glasses less of probably drinking, or 1 glass less. And you realize that, all right, this week I've been doing that. You document it. Your journal to yourself. What that helps to do is when you probably go to journal for the future, you can even look back and be like, oh, I'm actually making progress. And
that's
that can
right.
get you good and motivated to actually continue and get better at your self-care routine.
That's right. And the last one is to ask for help so that you can get it if you need it. If you realize you have an issue, there's no shame in asking for the help you need
Exactly.
to
No
help
man
you
is an
move
island,
forward.
so you ask for help. Ask for help from your friends, your family, people that might be doing whatever you're interested in. Ask for help from them. Ask for advice. It's always good to get advice from someone who has similar goals and a similar mindset to you.
Fantastic. Thank you, Mishka Christie.
Yes,
Appreciate your tips this morning.
of course.
All right. Mishka Christie, health coach and registered pharmacist on how to exercise self-care this season. Next, easy Christmas breakfast. Nom nom. Talk about that in a bit.